Time frame of observations. How much time should be spent on conducting LSAS observations? There is no prescribed time that needs to be spent on LSAS observations as long as the assessments are an accurate reflection of the young people's life skills. The time you need to properly make assessments for the LSAS will likely depend on the duration of your program or intervention. If the intervention lasts a year, then you could take the first 3 to 4 weeks to observe the young people to make a thorough assessment and the last 3 to 4 weeks for the post-assessment. However, if your program is a 3-week or 1-month program, then you could spend the first 2 sessions and the last 1 or 2 sessions for the LSAS assessments. Now, what is the process for observing a group, or in other words, multiple young people? When observing a large group, it might be difficult to observe all the young people at once within a single session. In such cases, divide the students into smaller groups and spend one session focusing on each small group. For example, if you need to collect data of 30 young people, select around 10 young people and observe them in the first session, then the next 10 in the second session, and the last 10 young people in the third session. Can you include previous experience of observing a child in making the LSAS assessment? Yes, you can use your previous experience, but it has to be behavior that you are remembering, not a young person's thoughts or their understanding. For example, a young person you are assessing has told you that recently her parents wanted her to drop out of school and start working, but she negotiated and managed to stay in school. Now, even though you haven't physically seen this behavior, this still counts as relevant behavior that will inform your assessment of the young person's ability to manage conflict. The general rule to follow is do it as early as you can, but take as long as you need. There is no defined or fixed time to spend on observation per young person. Just make sure to spend enough time on the assessments until you feel confident that your observations accurately reflect the young person's life skills.